What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another NBA Draft Prospect Breakdown. Today we're breaking down one of the most underrated players from the 2025 NBA Draft, Javon Small, the 48th overall pick by the Memphis Grizzlies. He's a 4-year college guard with a serious chip on his shoulder, and I'm going to explain why he fits perfectly in Memphis and why he might end up being another classic Grizzlies steal. Javon's road to the NBA has been anything but simple. He started out at East Carolina, then transferred to Oklahoma State and finally landed at West Virginia for his senior year. And that's where he broke out in a big way. At West Virginia, he averaged 18.6 points, 5.6 assists, 4 rebounds, and 1.5 steals a game, earning first-team All-Big 12 honors. And these weren't empty numbers. He showed up in the biggest moments as he dropped 31 points in an overtime win against Gonzaga, hit clutch shots to secure West Virginia's first ever win at Kansas, and had a dominant performance against Iowa State to close the season out. Small proved that he can shine when the lights are brightest, and that's exactly the mentality you want from a guard fighting for NBA minutes. His skill set makes him even more intriguing. He's a confident 3-level scorer, knocking down 35% from 3 and an elite 88% from the free throw line. Even more impressive is that he never shot under 85% during his college career, which just shows how reliable his shooting touch is. He's very comfortable in the pick and roll, creative as a passer, and kept a solid 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. On defense, he's scrappy, active hands, quick feet, and the toughness to bother both guards and smaller wings. And don't forget the athleticism. With a 40.5-inch vertical, he plays way bigger than his size. Best of all, he's not a raw project. Of course, with his 4 years of college experience and time spent adjusting to multiple systems, he's ready to contribute right away. And that's exactly why Memphis is a perfect landing spot. The Grizzlies have quietly built one of the best reputations in the league for identifying overlooked talent and developing it into real contributors. Think Desmond Bane at 30, Brandon Clark at 21, Santi Aldama at 30, and even John Conchar, who went undrafted but carved out a role. Over and over, Memphis turns smart scouting into on-court production. Javon Small fits that exact mold. He's an experienced two-way guard who doesn't need the ball to make an impact, but who can steady the offense when Ja Morant sits. He brings toughness, maturity, and shooting, the three things Memphis always values. The last couple of years, finding the second-round standout has been the million-dollar question. Look at guys like Andrew Nembhard, Toumani Camara, and last year's Grizzlies' very own Jalen Wells. When it comes to comparisons, Small reminds me somewhat of a Terry Rozier, a guard who might be undersized but plays fearless, scores in bunches, and competes hard on defense. You could see shades of Emmanuel Quickley, a guard who built a career and earned a ton of money as a reliable scorer and playmaker off the bench. If everything comes together, Small has real six-man potential, the kind of guy who can swing a game with his energy and shot making. And with backup point guards being a hot commodity in the last few years, look at a guy like Tyus Jones, who has been a target every offseason for multiple teams. I can see Small carving out a really decent role in the NBA. So while the 48th pick usually doesn't get much attention, I think the Grizzlies nailed this one. They found exactly the type of player they're known for: tough, overlooked, and NBA ready. Javon Small might not be a household name right now, but with Memphis' track record of scouting and development, don't be surprised if a couple of years go by and we're all saying, of course Javon Small worked out, he's a Grizzly. And the same thing goes for their other picks, Cedric Coward and Jamal Meshack.